Can AI make a comic book? That's a question I've wondered for quite a long time now. AI can now generate images, and so if I print those images and put them in a comic book layout, could you technically make a comic book? Today, we're going to find out. My AI of choice is going to be Microsoft Copilot because there's no limit to the amount of images you can generate. So, we are going to get started. So, give me a theme for a unique comic book. Let's see what it comes up with. So, the Archivists of Lost Futures, a universe where exactly every future exists as a physical artifact stored in an infinite cosmic library. Maintain the balance. Cool. So, it looks like AI is going to make one of this. So, let's tailor this idea to make it perfect, and AI will then generate the images. Here we go. Let's get it to generate the images. So, generate me an image for the first scene of this comic book. Make it retro, black and white. One of the reasons why I'm saying this is because I only have a black and white printer and I would like to print this out. And whilst it's generating, it's important to say that I really respect comic book artists, and I do not wish for artificial intelligence to take over from comic book artists. I've never been one to read comic books and I never really will, but I thought it'd be a fun idea just to see to what extent AI can do it. So, it looks like it's generating me an image for the front cover of my comic book. So, it's doing it quite quickly. Working on it is coming together. Goodness me, that's a scary figure. I wasn't expecting to see that. So whilst it's doing that, I am going to make a file in File Explorer to put this together. Okay, so it's generated me this, and unfortunately, it's not exactly perfect. The top half is cut off, so we'll get it to tweak it. I do like this thumbnail though, but the only slight problem is that the top half is cut off. So if AI can be clever enough to fix that, that would be great, and we would have a very solid first image, which would be nice to have. Here we go. So it is looking more promising. You can see the Archivists of Lost Futures is a prominent title, which is visible fully, which is better than of Lost Futures or of Lassie Torres. But yeah, this looks much nicer, if I'm being honest. So you can see how you can copy images directly from the artificial intelligence, and we can copy it right into the Word document, which I have named The Archivists of Lost Futures, and I'll put AI comic book just to make it clear. And let's see how the AI is doing it. So it is still working on it. Just a few more adjustments, that is fine, you take your time. I will just be waiting here. Okay, here we go. So here's the full version. So we'll just copy that over into Word. And there we go. There's our first page of our comic book. So let's now do the first page. Let's see what it can come up with now. Okay, here we go. So we've got the first page. It is looking cool, I'm not going to lie. So, well, I'm not even going to lie to you guys, but it's shaping up. So I'm going to ask for it to make page 2. So, page 2 made by AI is looking good right now. So we're going to go ahead and copy that into our book to make page 2. I'm not entirely sure how many pages there should be. I'm not actually reading it yet, but we will read it at the end when I print it out. So now it's manifesting page 3 of the Cosmic Saga, and we will have a quick review of what we've done now. The Archivists of the Lost Futures. In a vast cosmic library, the archivist ends again. Very interesting. It's actually a very good comic book it's made. But yes. Interesting. Whilst we're waiting for AI to finish up with this, if you could like and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. If you watched the Setting My YouTube 2026 goals, you can see there's lots of hard goals. So, please, if you could like and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. Okay, so, our last page was something ending with the Cosmic Librarian. And here we go, is page 4. So that's very interesting. So we'll just paste it out. So there we go. Like so. And it's nice that it's pastes properly. So once we've done this, we're going to print it off, obviously. And then we'll go back to me. And we're going to read it through together. Which will be very exciting. Oh, that's interesting. This is just stopped again. So I'm afraid we might need to finish the comic book there. But hopefully we can get one more batch out of it. Okay, so it looks like it's really having trouble responding to requests. So we'll just call it as it is, and we will print this out. And I will print that, and I will collect it from the printer, and we'll go back to Studio Me. That was an interesting proclamation, in spite of the fact that I was in my studio when I was recording that. But nonetheless, here is the Archivists of Lost Futures. So you can see it's currently loose leaf right now. I've got a stapler ready to staple it together. If you turn around here, you can see there's my desk. But yeah, we're going to be this way right now. So here we are. The Archivists of Lost Futures. You can flick through, see it's printed really nicely. And we'll have a read through together. And see, has AI done a good job or not at making a comic book? And if you like this type of video, I'm more than happy to make more in this series. Try and make a book and everything. Once again, I just want to reiterate, I'm not doing this to discredit anyone who makes comic books, or publishes anything. I really like reading books. I'm not so into comic books. We've already established that. But yeah, and I do not wish for AI to take over the creative industry. So, here it is, the stapled Archivist of Lost Futures. This is the comic book that AI made. I can't really quite believe it, that for free, or well, included in my Microsoft 365 subscription, I managed to make a comic book. I've put 2 staples in, so you should be able to flick it like an old comic book. Now, obviously, my computer does have a function to make it so I can print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. But I can't quite work out how to do that. So for now, we're just going to have a blank here. So this is 8 pages on 8 pieces of paper. I've just tried some Nando's piri piri sauce, and it's quite spicy, so still recovering a little bit. Right, let's have a read through. The Archivists of Lost Futures. And now let's pose for a thumbnail picture. Right, that's enough of that. Right, the Archivists of Lost Futures. In a vast cosmic library, the archivists tend to the countless futures of the universe. Hang on. There it says futures, countless futures of the universe. Is that meant to say countless? Mysterious beings with faces like stars. They watch over every possibility that might yet be. When a future vanishes from the shelves, reality begins to unravel, and the fabric of Extovius tears apart. What does that mean? To repair it, a call is sent out to the cooing librarian, the Puis Erda, the cosmic librarian. They gross over into the Riken world, summoned for their Ariat power, and restore Barlags to the cosmos. Their Terran reality is sealed shut. The cosmic... No, hang on. With their staff, they can Erton the Vow Worth Lost Futures Lig. Didn't do a great job there. To retrieve what was taker, a mysterious figure that seems to steal them must be confronted. The cosmic Lierian. I'm just reading it as it is. I'm not correcting any of AI's words. I'm just reading it as it is. The cosmic librarian steps through tear in reality into a featured world. The librarian begins soul good the broken timeline, but a dark figure emerges from the breach, the cosmic librarian. At once, the cosmic librarian Thomas the library and discovers a pewter Dean stolen. It sounds like I'm speaking Welsh. Pewter Dean stolen. Futures. I shall pursue it there, and passes through a postal of Shoren Limlin, the cosmic librarian. The rift must be sealed. The rift must be sealed with fearful precision. The librarian resoderes 'tis missing slough to rightful place. If I asked it to make a William Shakespeare style book, I'd have said, AI's fantastic. It makes books so well. But I didn't ask it to make a William Shakespeare book. I asked it to make me a comic book. And correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I don't think many comic books make up words like Exto VSA, Freve, with their staff Van Ian Erton the Vow Worth Lost Futures Lig, or Scenes, or Core Frontage, or Librarian, or Step Through Tear in reality into a fractured world. So yes, it was definitely better at the start, but then it got worse and worse and worse as the book went on. It's interesting to see it put The Archivist of Lost Futures at the top. My review of this, I thought the storyline was terrible. I don't think there really was a storyline. I was reading it and it was going in one ear and out the other. Sometimes you're just reading a book and you realise for the past few sentences you've been reading with your eyes but not with your brain. Does anyone else get that? So then you think, oh, now I need to reread those words. It's exactly the same with this, only I didn't want to reread the words. I wanted to tear this up and throw it across the room. But for AI, the photos are all pretty much the same. Case in hand, the cosmic librarian. The cosmic librarian. The cosmic librarian. And it did embrace the fact that I wanted black and white quite well, but overall, I do think it's quite minimalistic and boring. I think in my minimalist challenge I did a few months ago, 6 months ago maybe, last year, I could have read this comic book, because this comic book is about as minimalist as you can get. This comic book is more minimalist in the world of books than water is in the world of drinks. I'm sorry, there's no other way of putting it. Comic book creators do such a good job of making it creative, enticing and engaging, I'm led to believe. But AI is just thrown random words, random letters and characters onto a page, Rykon world, and restore Balogs to the cosmos. Ariat. Than een ten vow worth lost futures lig. There's no other words than, this is terrible. That went quite far, actually. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you would like me to see whether AI can redeem itself when writing a book, or a play, or a documentary, or a video, then let me know in the comments down below. On your way out, please like and subscribe and comments to let me know whether you enjoyed this video, because I'm interested, because this video was fun for me to make. Interesting for me to see the Archivists of Lost Futures. Such a terrible comic book. But anyway, I will see you on the next video. Until then, Micken Monster out. Bye!